So this is a very quick review just to show you my new keyboard. Now I've actually purchased it because I'm going to use it on a media box that was all sold at a cheaper price, but it didn't come with one. And many times it works out better to buy the media box at a lower price and then the keyboard separate, rather than going for all those packs that already include the keyboard. But the difference on the price is like £20–25 when you can actually buy this keyboard for just over a tenner. So it works out better. Now the overall feel, I have very little hands. I have the same size hands as my 10-year-old. Okay, and the overall feel and use of the keyboard is good. It works great. I like the design. It's not one of those shiny ones that are really slippery. It has a matte design. The sides, these two sides actually have a rugged feel, almost feels like rubbery, so it has a better grip on the sides for better control, for games, etc. You can use it for many things. You can use it at your PC, for the TV box, for Xbox, TV sticks, PCs, laptops if your keyboard's gone. You can use it for many, but there's one thing we need to have in mind. Okay, I'm going to remove the packaging, which is a simple foam box, and you do get the instructions in plain English and a thank you card and the cable. So how to use, it's super simple. Now this keyboard, as with all keyboards, uses a receiver. It's a nano receiver and it's placed here at the back. So you would simply remove the nano receiver, plug the nano receiver onto the device you want to control, and control it at up to 15 meters distance. So what I'm trying to say is you always need to have this nano receiver plugged in. This would be like using a wireless keyboard. It's wireless, but we still need to plug the nano receiver at the back of our PC or on a laptop. You don't connect through Bluetooth. It works with a kind of Wi-Fi connecting between the nano receiver and the keyboard. So it really needs the receiver. Without the receiver, it will not communicate with any other device because it needs this. So it's rechargeable, yes. It can work up to 30 hours on the go, but it also depends on the use you're giving it. So maximum 30, I would say, for a normal use that I've been using it for, it would go up to the 25. Sometimes I'll get a bit more. But so it goes on standby to save battery. If you need to turn it back on, just press 3 times on any key and you'll wake up again. The standby feature can be a bit of a pain sometimes, but it only goes on standby to make sure we get the best out of the battery. To recharge, do not recharge on the mains by any adapter of any kind, because it works on 300 mega amps. So that's a very low voltage. Even if you use the 5-volt 1 amp adapter that maybe the Kindles have, to put an example, it would still be over 3 times the current it needs. So the best way to charge it is through a PC, TV, any USB device. So what do you do when you've got one USB port and you need to have it ready to be able to charge? Well, this is what I do. On my media box, I plug in the USB cable. On the other side, I plug in my nano receiver. As a matter of fact, I keep all my cables wound up like this, so I don't have long cables or mess behind my media box. Okay, so I simply keep this behind. Let's say I'm going to just get, there we go. I'm going to get a media box. Let's say this is my media box, which it actually is. I've just changed my living room one. So here we have the media box. I've plugged in the USB. I leave all the cable mess behind, and I place the nano receiver either there at the top or just here at the side. it has a very good range, so that's not an issue. You don't have to be pointing exactly at it. It does pick up very quickly. And when I've finished and it's dead, I don't recharge daily because that will actually damage the battery in the long run. So for best performance, I always leave it to be fully drained, and then I simply place it on top of my media box and put it on charge. So I don't have to keep removing the USB port and plug it in. It's just as straightforward. I can control it and plug it in when I require it. Now I do have another keyboard like this one in my daughter's room, and because they never want to be without battery, because otherwise when they need it they don't have it, it's a fact that they use their keyboard, and every day when they're finished with it they put it on charge and leave it on charge every night. But that's because it's constant use on a daily basis and they just need it always to be operational. So that's another option. It's not the best battery wise, because you are charging a battery before it drains, but it works great to have your keyboard remote at all times. As mentioned, you only need to make sure you have where to plug in your receiver. If it's a phone, and obviously you're not going to have a USB port, all you need is an adapter. USB to micro USB adapters can be really cheap, and with all electrical devices, electronics, if you have a entry port, a port, and the port and the cable are not compatible, you're simply going to need the device that's going to convert one into the other. So the converter, very easy, very straightforward, good performance, good battery life. It actually picks up the signal very well, and it's sold at a smashing price. So yes, I'm going to give it a 5-star. But you need to make sure you're aware of, it's not a fully Bluetooth wireless. It always needs the nano receiver. It might work on Bluetooth, yes, but with the receiver, not with anything else. So I hope this has been helpful, and thank you for your time. Thanks for watching.